Hello everybody, we're back again. Welcome to the big one. I'm getting really hot. I've just been running around in the back garden. I've just broken Pele's goal scoring record, and he counts goals in his back garden, so I'm having them as well. Probably not the best idea to do when you're going to sit down and be chatting to people, is to sit and go and have 20 minutes in your garden kicking a ball about. But that's what I've just done, and I'm feeling a bit hot now, so I'm having a big drink of water, big gulp of water in a minute. But tell you what, I don't need a big gulp of anything for this game. This has and is and will be one of my favourite games to look forward through of the whole tournament. France have just drawn with Hungary. That puts them on 4 points. Hungary are on 1 point. Germany are on nil points. And Portugal have got 3 points. Germany need a result here. Thashier says that Germany are going to blow this group wide open. I tell you what, I thought Germany played relatively well against France, and it was an OG, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this game plans out. I mean, look, I'm a massive fan of Bruno, and Ronaldo is my favourites. Bring it on is what I would say. But we're going to go through the team news. I'm just trying to find the team news now. I know that Portugal is the same team as that they picked against Hungary. So yeah, it's the same team that he picked against Hungary. He's gone with the same team. So I mean, look, I don't really know massive amounts about Portugal. Maybe somebody can tell me. They've got fantastic players. There's no Moutinho, there's no Neves, there's no João Felix, who I think is injured. There's no Renato Sanchez. So I don't really know masses and masses and masses about the way that Portugal play, etc. But I do not really like the way he plays Danilo and Carvalho. I personally think that it's a little bit too defensive for me. But you know what? I've watched a lot of Portugal over the years, and they do play quite defensive. Rafa will be man of the match again. He'll be doing it from the bench if he is, because Rafa is on the bench, I'm pretty sure. Don't think he actually starts, Rafa. Ruben Diaz and Pepe as the centre-back. Semedo, Guerreiro, who I thought was fantastic, the left-back. Rafael Guerreiro, Danilo, Carvalho, Silva, Fernandes, Jota, Ronaldo. So yeah, Rafa does not start. He's on the bench. And I don't think João Felix is actually there, is he? I think he's number 23, so I don't think he's actually fit. Andre Silva's on the bench, of course. João Moutinho, Renato Sanchez. The German side, Manuel Neuer, Ginter, Hummels, Rudiger, Kimmich, Gundogan, Kroos, Gossens, Havertz, Muller, and Gnabry. So they're playing Gnabry as almost a false nine by the looks of it. Try and mix things up a little bit. Germans' problem is not scoring goals. That's the biggest problem that the Germans have got. They just can't score goals, and they're going to need to score goals. I think the exciting thing about this group is with the Hungary draw is it means that we're not going to be in a situation with the last game where it's all over. Hungary will go through in third place. You heard it here first, as Ewan Black. Well, Hungary would have to beat Germany on Wednesday to do that. Of course, Germany will play Hungary on Wednesday. Portugal will play France on Wednesday. But I suppose what would blow the group completely open would be if Germany beat Portugal, because that would put Germany on 3 points, Portugal on 3 points, Hungary on 1 point, and France on 4 points. And Portugal would have to go and get something against France. And this group has got big connotations for Manchester United, for England. It does have big connotations for Manchester United because Bruno's playing. But this group also has big connotations for England, because if England do top the group, and I still think England will beat Czech Republic on Tuesday, then they would play second place from this group, which at the moment, we've got no idea who it could be. It could be France. It could be France against England in the last 16. Imagine if... Yeah, we're back. Sorry. Tinternet just dropped out for a moment there. It hasn't done that before. I wonder if the laptop's getting a bit hot. Sorry about that. Just give it a refresh. Yeah, I don't know whether... Let me have a quick look. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It'll come back. It's not McDonald's Wi-Fi, London boy. It's called having internet that sometimes drops out. I've just been live for fucking 3.5 hours, you twat. It's not McDonald's Wi-Fi, is it? He's now being racist. Let's get rid of London boy, who's basically just a racist. I can't believe what he's just come out and said now. There are some scumbags in this world, isn't there? You want to watch a good game of football and you get infiltrated by tossers, basically. Portugal don't impress me. We've done that one. That was actually before. I feel like UK gold here. computer is heating up, Advath, definitely. It's going to get very hot, actually, and it's very hot. It's hot, the laptop. Kimmich is at right back. Is he a waste of time there, says Annie? I think that Kimmich is a fantastic player and he's a little bit wasted, but then you've got Toni Kroos and Gundogan, so if you're not going to play Kimmich, at least you've got those two players. I've blocked London Boy for being racist. Yeah. Ronaldo's coming home, says the Metal Mouse. Well, I'm looking for... it's always a joy to watch Cristiano Ronaldo play, isn't it? It always is. Mark, go to the park to eat a Mars bar. My mum went to the spa. I went to the... Oh, God. Just don't get attracted by weirdos. That's a life lesson, really. How is everyone doing, says Rohill. I'm not going to tell you what London boys say, am I? When I've had to block him for saying something racist. Oh yeah, I thought I'd say it live on a stream. Yeah, Will McKenzie, whether you're meant to do it or not, you've just got yourself blocked. Portugal have a better team on paper, says Miral. I think the problem with Germany, and you're going to see it with Spain tonight, 8 o'clock tonight, we'll be doing the Spain watch-along. I've got to say what, this laptop's going to need an ice pack. Because straight after this, we're 7 o'clock on the United Stand as well. So it's fast. But yeah, I think the big problem that Germany have got is they don't have a striker. Does Grealish have to start versus Czech Republic, says Salah Ahmed. Thank you for the super chat. You can do that through the dollar sign as well. Liam D says, such a child sometimes, Mark. Mate, it's called blocking people who are racist, you dickhead. Do one. We will not tolerate racism, so do one. It's not called being childish, it's called getting rid of people who are racist. So it's as simple as that. Portugal win this. They have to be favourites. Doubt after France draw, says Alan. I'm sorry. I'm not. Look, I love doing these shows, and look, we've got a great community, but I'm not here to be everybody's friend. If somebody wants to be a racist, they'll be outed as it, and they'll be deleted. If you think that's childish, you jog on to whatever march you're on or anything like that, because we're not going to have that. It's simple as that. Imagine United had Kimmich. I'd love to have Kimmich at United. And what's your thoughts on Rafa Benitez to Everton? Well, it's not happened yet, has it, NK? Don't think it's happened yet. But we've got Bruno and Ronaldo. And I'm massively excited to see those two playing together. I just hope that this Portuguese manager, who I am a little bit suspect about, isn't actually going to play so defensive. We've had a tweet from Jan Arge Fjordtoft and Bree Sancho. Oh my God. Unbelievable. 10 days ago, Manchester United made a bid, €70 million, not through middlemen, serious bid. Dortmund told them it's 90 million plus add-ons or he will stay. No new bid since that. So if that's true, this breaking bid for Manchester United happened 10 days ago. And Dortmund told it's 90 million plus add-ons or he will stay. No new bid since then. So maybe it's not as close as some people think they want it to be. Maybe that is the case. Good question here. Very, very good question. Could Hungary be a shock contender in this tournament? What we saw today, in my opinion, and it's all about opinion, what we saw today is basically West Brom drawing with Man City. Bit like Scotland England last night. What we basically saw today was a better version of Scotland against England, where the underdog, Hungary-Scotland, deserved a draw against the favourite, England-France. Now, England and France need to look at themselves. France probably didn't play that well, but they did create the chances to win the game. And if you played that game 10 times, I'd expect France to win it 9. I think France performed better than England did, but look at the skill gap. Look at the players. So no, I don't think that there's any major concern for France there. I think it might be a wake-up call for France that they didn't win, but France is still a very good team. And are they as great as they could be? Levin's the new guy on the United Stand. He's on with me at 7 o'clock if you like his voice. So yes, I don't think it's the end of the world for France. I actually think it's good for the tournament that you've got a team who has, isn't a dominant force, isn't unbeatable. Yeah. Hi, Mark. Is there any player from the current German you'd want at United? Says Michael Peralta. Oh, mate, there's plenty. I mean, I would take... I like Rudiger. I do like Rudiger. I've always liked Rudiger. Even when Chelsea fans don't like Rudiger, I like Rudiger. So I like Rudiger. I like Kimmich. I would take him. Look, Gundogan's a very good player as well. Toni Kroos is a very good player. I mean, Germany have got lots of good players. I can think of about 5. I like Gnabry. I do like Gnabry as well. I like Havertz. So, I wouldn't say no to 4 or 5 of their players. I'd probably take Manuel Neuer as well, because to be honest with you, Neuer is better than De Gea and he's better than Henderson. So, as much as I like De Gea, I'm not blind to the fact that he's not the same player that he was probably 3 years ago. So I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced Henderson is better. So look, I think this is a really interesting game. I thought Germany played well again. I mean, what's your score predictions? That's the main thing. I think Germany played well against France. They just didn't have a cutting edge. I do think that defensively Germany can be got out down the Hummels side. But I think this will be tight. I think this could be 1-1. I'm going to go with a draw in this one. I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be a good footballing game from Germany, but they won't create many chances. And I think Portugal will flatter to deceive again. So I'm going to go 1-1. But what I'm really hoping is, I think if I had to pick a winner, I'd probably go with Germany. What I'm hoping to see is Portugal turn up and play really, really well. That's what I'm hoping to see. Hummel's just a bit slow. He can get done for pace. Fantastic centre-back, just too slow. Kimmich is better than Kante. Well, Kimmich plays right back for Germany, of course. Besides France, who do you think has the best defence, says Ashken? Probably Portugal. Portugal have got Ruben Diaz in it. Pepe's very experienced. I mean... and Italy have got a very good defence as well. I mean, Spinazzola's been probably the player of the tournament for me. I don't know how long Chiellini's going to be out for, but he's a fantastic player as well. Do you think Portugal is favourite for the group, says Phoenix? No, not really, because they've still got to play France. France-Portugal on Wednesday, that could be the final. That's a massive game. So I'm looking forward to that. Poland versus Spain later. Yeah, looking forward to that, Chris. All I'm going to say about Spain versus Poland is, I've got a funny feeling that that's not going to be a Spain win. I may be wrong, but I've just got a massive feeling. Netherlands' defence is good as well. If United get a chance to sign Mount or Foden, who would you prefer personally? I like Phil Foden, but I'd go with Mount. I prefer Mount to Foden at the moment. But I think both have still got trajectory, and I think Foden could go high. Hummels is a good ball-playing centre-back, but average as a defender, says Marvin AM. Kimmich is class, says Nilanch. Mark, when Ronaldo scores, do the Swee celebration. Is it Swee or Swee? You can't tell me because you're typing. Is it Swee or Swoo? So is it do you pronounce it S-W-E-E-E or is it S-W-U-U-U-U? Is it Swee or Swoo? Argentina really played well yesterday, says Shajatro, if you're watching Copa America there. And Lewandowski is better than Suarez. Yeah, easy. Mark's going to get exposed as a Portugal fan. Wow, it's got Bruno playing. Come on. Of course I want. And Ronaldo's my favourite player. It's C. Swee. It's Swee. No, now people are all over the place, the same, all sorts of different things. Foden and Mount are basically the same level, just different teams, says K. It's C. Pronounced C, says Techers FC. Why is Goretzka not playing? He's a good player. Why does he say C anyway? Is it because it's saying yes? What changes would you make for the next England game? We spoke about it on the last stream, Josh. So very, very quickly, I would play Pickford, Reece James, Stones, Maguire if he's fit, Luke Shaw. I would play Rice, Mount and Bellingham in the midfield 3. And then I would play Grealish off the left, Sancho off the right and Kane. Because I think it's the most balanced team with the best players. So yeah, that's what I would do. It's pronounced C. It means yes in Spanish, says Yankin. Oh, is that as simple as it is? William Carvalho is United CDM, Mark. No, Mike Thomas. God, what year is it? 2012. Remember when Carvalho was coming to Arsenal and United, and we used to get linked to him every summer when he was at Sporting? Just not good enough. He's not that level. He's not Juventus, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Dortmund. He's not that level. He's not. Does he play for Real Betis or something like that? He's not. He's just not. I think people considered he might be, but he's just not that level. Sweet, it's a made-up word. What's the best result for Hungary from this game? Says Essential Eric. Hungary have got to beat Germany, mate. If you beat Germany, you'll go through. So there's no good result for Hungary. If you get 4 points, you'll go through. I'm telling you now, 4 points will get you through in third place. I think 3 points will get teams through in third place, but Hungary can't get 3 points because they've got 1 and there's 1 game to left, so they can only get 1 point, 2 or not, or 4. Jim White, Sky Sports News. Jadon Sancho, Manchester United confirmed, says Nicholas Iron. He's not confirmed, by the way. Sui sim means yes in Portuguese. Sim. Mark, he's a natural CDM. Yeah, I don't want Carvalho. He's not going to get a tweet from me. Did you watch the Euro 2004 final? It's what you thought Greece winning it. Biggest underdogs in Euro history, says NK. Well, I think Denmark in 92 as well. Do you think Mbappe will fit well in Manchester United? Says Jay Messi. I mean, it's like saying, do you think Margot Robbie would fit well in your bed? I mean, that's if you go for that sort of thing. Maybe you'd rather have Brad Pitt, but you know what I mean? Yeah, of course Mbappe would fit well in Manchester United. He's probably one of the world's best players. In fact, there's no probably about it. I thought he was fantastic today. Hi from Canada. Hopefully we make the World Cup, says Mr. Big Brains. I hope you do. Alfonso Davies. Do you think Germany can beat Portugal? Says Demi. I think they can. I think the big problem that Germany have is scoring goals. So yeah, I really do. And look, I don't think Pogba was fantastic today. I really don't. But I hope that Bruno can deliver. You know, he had a good shot against Hungary, didn't he? So I do quite fancy him to get a goal today. Hopefully he can do, because I love Bruno. I do. The Sancho deal. I mean, we're talking about Sancho again at 7 o'clock. It's not the headline of the show, but if you want to know the latest with Sancho, tune in at 7 o'clock, because it's just another day of confusion where basically they're now saying the bid went in 10 days ago and nothing else has happened since, which means that Romano is probably the best briefed person on it. And is it Patrick Berger as well? Their updates seem to be the most accurate from this morning. But ultimately, what I've said about Sancho is this deal is not imminent. I don't think it's going to happen for at least 2 weeks. Come on, Portugal, and come on, Bruno, says David Smith. Thanks for the super chat there. And I'm telling you guys, William Carvalho ain't great. He isn't mobile and not great in possession, says Mohammed. I don't rate him, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want him anywhere near my team. But if you do, that's up to you. I mean, he would probably improve Norwich. I do not think he's anywhere near a top 6 player. He's a Portuguese Fred. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not Portuguese, but it does frustrate me that Ruben Neves or Moutinho or Renato Sanchez aren't playing. And maybe that shows you the type of manager that Portugal have, because I think that... I mean, remember, Portugal are holders of the Euros as well, aren't they? And but I think that Ruben Neves, Moutinho, Renato Sanchez, you could... I mean, Danilo is a very good centre defensive midfielder. You don't need 2. They're basically playing 2. I mean, Danilo sometimes plays as a defender for PSG, doesn't he? But Portugal probably just have a manager there that's not, a bit like Southgate, the Portuguese Southgate maybe. But he's got good players. I'm not talking about what formation I want to see Manchester United play in, Azim. This is not the United stand. I know some people get confused, but hopefully Portugal, Germany, Euro 2020... live watch along might be a hint that I'm not going to talk about Manchester United's formation for next season. Jim White, yellow tie, iron brew, Scooby-Doo, says Jamie Williams. Jim White, Sky Sports News, formerly Sky Sports News. Jim White, free agent, likes crunching up cornflakes, Audis, and loves EastEnders. I'm on the market, I'm free. And so is breaking news. Sky Sports yellow tie. So is Sergio Ramos. Where is Sergio Ramos going? PSG, Manchester United, Leyton Orient. It's up to you folks. I don't know. Yeah, well, where do you think Sergio Ramos will go to? I mean, he's not playing in this tournament, is he? Which was a surprise to some. How's Seb and the family? Says Omar, they're very good. Thanks. Hope you and yours is as well. But why? Jim White, talk sports. For now, where do you think that Ramos will go? And why? Well, apparently PSG have wiped their hands of it. I mean, I was talking about this morning. I talked about this morning on Sky Sports News, which I'm not on anymore. Yellow shirt, brown tie, crunchy nut cornflakes, iron brew. But I was talking about this morning. If Ramos goes to PSG, would they then go and get? Varane as well? Because if they get Varane as well, they'd have Ramos and Varane, who you'd presume they would play, and then they'd have Mbappe and Marquinhos as well. So they'd have very good centre backs. So that could be quite good for United, because to be honest with you, if we're not going to get Varane and we're not going to get if we're not going to get Varane basically, then I would say we could get Kimpembe, who I quite like. I don't know what anyone else thinks about that, but I do quite like it. I do quite like him. I like it. Right, let's come back to the chat. Thank you very much. Loving the trophy, Mark. Thank you very much. Is it true that Christian Romero linked with United? He was fantastic yesterday with Argentina. I don't think there's anything in that, Deepak. It just seems to be Italian sources sort of linking him to us, but I don't think there is anything in that. On that one. Casemiro at United. Casemiro is fantastic, isn't he? I do like Casemiro. I think he'd do a very good job. I mean, how old is he now? 22? Don't know. Always a tempestuous game when Portugal are playing, because Ronaldo and Bruno are very divisive. So you will get people hoping they fail, so they can call them Penaldo, Penandes. I mean, it's the modern football world. You know, football is a very fantastic community, but it's a very difficult community to weather at times, because you've got these little intricacies which are, to me, odd, but they do exist. The Messi Ronaldo thing, can't appreciate both players. Bruno is shit, even though he'd be better than any player at your club, at most clubs. So even some United fans don't like Bruno. So it is that sort of game today where... And Anthony Taylor's the ref, so it's the two English guys today. Of course, Anthony Taylor was refereeing the game this time at 5 o'clock last week. Must have been quite a traumatic game for him to do. I don't know whether he's refereed since then, but he did a fantastic job, and so did a lot of people. But that is a week ago. Feels like a long week, doesn't it? But he is. This game's in Germany, isn't it? This game's in Germany. So I'm sure somebody said to me that there's going to be some games in Portugal, but I think this game is in Germany. So yes, my score prediction is 1-1. I just think that as much as I want the Portuguese side to be expansive, I think that they will play quite defensive. They've got their 3 points from Hungary, and I think they know that a point here will put them through. Joachim Low, looking cool in his shirts and baggy trousers. Very baggy trousers. Very baggy trousers, Joachim. Doesn't like the tight fit. Needs some room to get his hands down, I suppose. But they are baggy trousers. Madness are going to start coming out in a minute. Hopefully we get a madness on the pitch. I mean, Ronaldo, 2 goals. Schick's got 3. You know Ronaldo. You know how he works. He will definitely be looking to get a goal today. He's always looking to get a goal. He's always looking for a goal. Mark, thoughts on the Euros being a more competitive competition than the World Cup, says Nicholas Lee. Well, I think the old Euros was more competitive than the World Cup because it was 16 teams and with 4 groups of 4 straight into a quarter final. But I think the new format, I don't think it's as competitive. I mean, it's still competitive, but I don't think it's as competitive. I mean, you get 32 teams, don't you, in the World Cup? But no, I like the World Cup. I like, there's some fantastic talent in the African teams. The South American teams. I think Brazil and Argentina are always a threat. Of course, the European is the strongest area of the world for football, but it's nice to see, Mexico, North America, United States have got some good players coming through. I'd love to see Japan and South Korea, develop like they have done as well. So no, I don't turn my back on the World Cup. I think the World Cup is the best tournament. I get excited by the World Cup because it's everybody, isn't it? It's the best tournament. You win the World Cup, that's the tournament to win, isn't it? So, yeah. Would you take Isaac at United, says Lewis. Yes, I do. I would. I think he'd be a good striker to have at the club as a complementary striker to someone like Cavani. I think United have got their eyes on bigger prizes, though. But I'm massively excited for this game. Jim Waite, yellow tie. Fantastic. Gary Barlow. We've had enough of Gary Barlow, I think. We had enough of Gary Barlow? I think we've had enough of him for today. Oh, Mark, please. I want to come back. It's absolutely fantastic. I'd love to be here. Well, you can't. Where's the Bruno shirt, Mark? Well, could be under here. Could be under here. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're about to kick off here. I have got my timer ready, I think. Oh, I haven't. I've closed the timer down. Where's the timer? Where's the timer, you prat? Wasting time. Try to hold the trophy. I can kiss the trophy. That's quite good, actually. I love Ronaldo. So this is in Germany, isn't it? So 25% capacity, I think. Interesting. Let me just grab my phone. Get your score predictions in the chat. We're just about ready to kick off. ITV in the UK if you're interested. Love Portugal, says Himal. And stop being ageist. Why do people have to be ageist? The thing about age, which I learned at a very young age, is that how can you slag somebody off for being in their 30s or 40s when you're like 18, 19 or early 20s? You've never been that age. So you don't know what the transition of your life's going to be. I do. I know what it's like to be 18 and I know what it feels like to be now. And to be honest, apart from more experience, I don't actually feel any different. So, obviously racism's a bit abysmal. Homophobia is abysmal. But ageism is really a really weird thing because you can't live in those shoes until you've walked them. And I'm telling you now, unless you become a boring shit, and you know who you are from school, you boring twats. When did you stop having fun? But, and some people do become boring when they're older, but it's just a number to some of us. Never write the Germans off, says Hazard. Right. I'm not having a laugh here. I need the timer. Benches could be interesting as well. Both, these are strong squads. You should never write the Germans off. Never write them off at all. Right, we're ready to kick off anyway. I'm going to go 1-1, but I hope it's not. I hope it's not. Kickoff about to come. Come on. I'm saying 2-1 to Portugal, says David Smith. 3-2. I'd love Gavin McCarthy. You're my best friend if it's 3-2 to Portugal because we're going to get a Saturday evening thriller. Saturday night fever. I tell you what, I'll be taking paracetamol. A bit of Saturday night fever. We want to get hot, hot, hot. I hope. Get off top 11. How do you know I'm always playing? I tell you what, I've got to say, these manager games you can get on your phone. Enough said. You know, my old jobs are very lucky that these things didn't used to exist. Anyway, kickoff. Here we go. Timer's up and running, which is great. I expect Germany to have most possession. Goldometer, I think Germany will score first. Maybe I'm overhyping Germany. You know, maybe I am. I don't know, but I do expect this one to be... I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good game, but I do expect it to be Germany who push. And they're pushing here with Havertz, and Carvalho clears it away. I think it's offensive to call Carvalho a fridge, but I do sort of get what you mean. I think he is a bit of a bit of a fridge, I suppose. Yeah. What am I watching it on? TV. Mark, you heard that Paul Gascoigne and Alan Shearer nearly joined Man United. Which one of them would you have loved at United? I'd love both of them. Come on, Germany. Werner hat-trick incoming, says Iron. Oh, I tell you what, I don't know what you're... I don't know. Werner hat-trick. Anyway, Portugal on the attack here. I need to home in on Bruno because he's wearing the number 11 shirts. Nice to see Portugal in red. Yeah, few empty seats. It's a different match when you've just watched the Hungary game where it's absolutely packed out, haven't you? But yes, it's a little bit of empty seats here. Germany just knocking the ball about a hit. Portuguese manager is anti-football, marks as Advath. And I mean, that's my concern about Portugal, really. They've got so many good players that he doesn't seem to start. I mean, look, I empathise. If that's the truth, I sympathise with you, Portugal. We're in exactly the same position. But it's Germany on the ball. What I like about this game straight away is that even if it ends up being a draw, there's so much quality on the pitch. You're not going to see many misplaced passes. You know, it's quality. So we should see a high intensity to this game. Intriguing chess match at worst. 6-goal thriller at best. What team could have a run like Wales, says Phoenix? Wales. I don't know. I do think Wales have done really well. I mean, I'll be watching Wales tomorrow with Jordan. I can't wait for that. He's been on at me all for 24 hours about how he wants to talk to me about England. I'm like, I don't want to talk about England. You can talk about England when we're talking about Wales tomorrow. But yeah, so from tomorrow, the games, it's the third games tomorrow. So Italy have got 6 points. Wales have got 4 points. Wales, Switzerland, I'm trying to think. Turkey have got 0 points and Switzerland have got 0 points. So Turkey and lovely cross. Goal, Germany! It's a goal for Germany. I tell you what, that cross was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely incredible. An absolutely magnificent cross. Now, Anthony Taylor, what are they saying? They're gonna rule it out. Are they gonna rule it out? The cross was delicious. I want to eat this. I want it on my takeaway order tonight. It was absolutely fantastic, the cross. We're just waiting to see what happens here. Muller wins the ball. The cross comes in. The first player is offside, but he doesn't touch it. So does he interfere with play? Controversial. Muller handballs it accidentally. I think this is going to get rubbed off. I think it's going to get rubbed off. It is rubbed off. And it's so unfortunate. So unfortunate for Germany. Low is looking up. He's looking high. It is 0-0. He's given the offside. That is really unlucky. I can't pretend to understand the rules there, if I'm honest with you. I got no idea. I think it's because he stretches and he's offside, but it was a lovely cross. Disallowed goal. I think it was Gnabry on the back post. Who put the cross in? Hi Mark, would you take Douglas Luiz at United? Says Nifty. Yeah, he's a good player. Better than what we've got. I would have started Ruben Neves in today's game, says David Smith. Me too, but a lively start from Germany. No goal. Gnabry interfered. Handball from Muller as well. It was Kimmich with the cross. Yeah, Gnabry's gone to play the ball, says Alex, so he's offside. It's a what I'm saying is it's a shame because it was an absolutely lovely goal. A lovely finish as well. Kimmich with the cross. Who put it in on the back post then? Gnabry's playing as the false nine. Lovely play in the box. I tell you what, Germany have started on fire. They're on fire. Jim White, they're on fire. Scots. Ginter, who scored it. Gnabry as a false nine's interesting though. Bit of pace, bit of skill. Bit of boob. But we've had a very good start here. And, Germany were lively against France. They just had no cutting edge. So he's mixed it up a little bit. He's put Gnabry into the midfield, into the strike position. I mean, to be honest, it's interchangeability, really. They've got a front three of Havertz, Muller and Gnabry with Gundogan and Kroos behind them. And then sort of three centre-backs. Bruno's onside. Where's Ronaldo in this party? And he was offside. He was absolutely offside. Havertz looks like he might be the false nine, Ben. Yeah, on the lineup they had Gnabry as false nine, but it doesn't look like he's false nine. Havertz is false nine. Muller to the left of him and Gnabry to the right. I think, although they seem to be interchanging a lot. Arsenal sold Gnabry for $1 million. Yeah. You see now, look at Gnabry now. He's very centre. They're interchanging a lot. They're being clever. They're being clever. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We have got the Spain game, but this is the main event today. This is the Saturday night main event. Portugal doing what Portugal do, I'm afraid. But yeah, Gnabry was off on the cross. It's a lovely cross by Kimmich. That's a Beckham cross, that is. Germany starting off well. Havertz. Good shot. Good save. Gnabry. Oh, he could have dived there. He still got it. I'll tell you what, Portugal are ragged. They're ragged. Germany all over Portugal at the moment. They're like cans of wasps on a Red Bull. They're like what? They're like a flock of wasps on a can of open Red Bull. All over them. They can't get out, Portugal. It's not going to be much of a contest here. Portugal's mentality shift needs to change. They're not going to be able to park the bus here. I think Joachim Löw's got a very good tactical approach to this game in the first 10 minutes. Everyone's interchanging. Everyone's passing the ball about. Portugal need to switch on here. Number 20 looks like Podolski. He does. He does. Podolski and Closer. Remember them. Closer than close. Delo's on the bench for Portugal today. Gozens is number 20 for Germany. Here's Ronaldo. Got a very good halftime topic to talk about. Just wrote it down. Spenny says his nan's pet Portuguese. Cherisher. Spain, Poland. We will be doing a watch along on here at 8 o'clock as well. Yes. I've got to do a 7 o'clock show on United Stand as well. So busy. But there's lots to talk about. The Euros and United. Andrew Baines. That was my reference. I just didn't know whether it'd work. Oh, good block. Portugal, like the dwarves of Moria, they just can't get out. It's a very Lord of the Rings reference, though. I like it, but I think some people will just go over their heads. They need to get hold of this game. Mark, you said Havertz was overrated. Want to apologise. When did I say that, Sean? I've always actually quite liked it. Good shot there from distance from Muller. It's a long way out, though, and it's easy. I mean, even in this first 12 minutes, they've had the ball in the back of the net from an offside, and they must have had at least 2 or 3 shots on target. So Germany with a good start here. Portugal have done nothing. I'd be a bit worried if I was Portugal. Sean says, do you still think France can win the tournament? Yeah. I mean, one thing Alan Shearer did say when trying to defend Southgate was that you don't lose the tournament in the group stage. And I think England have lost the tournament because they're shit. I don't think France have lost the tournament because they drew to Hungary. On another day, they could have won today 2 or 3-1. And the thing about France is they're always going to be in the game. Whoever they play, they're always going to be in the game. And they've got quality to win it. So, yeah, France will be a real threat. But this is all Germany at the moment. They are dominating Portugal. I'd be very worried about this if I was Portugal at the moment. Lovely tackle. It's defence against attack. Goldometer. Well, I'd already said at the start I thought Germany would score first. I'm 80% sure Germany are going to score at the moment, which if you're Portugal, the goldometer should never be that high in a game like this. But I'm 80% sure Germany are going to score the first goal. It's domination from the Germans. It's Toni Kroos on a corner here. Oh, headed away. It's Ronaldo with the head away. Now Bernardo Silva. Is there a bit of a break on here? He's got to look. He's got to move it quicker here. Decent ball into Jota. Ronaldo! I've got it wrong. I've got it wrong. It's 80% sure. I was 80% sure. Stui! It's Ronaldo. They've done it on the break. It's goal 3. That's football. That is football in an absolute moment, because I'm absolutely convinced that Germany are going to score first, and then on the break, it's a goal. It's a goal for Germany, for Portugal. There's an offside in the build-up. There's an offside in the build-up. Not the goal, but I don't know whether that offside for Ronaldo. Well, the ball's not to Ronaldo, the first ball. It's a goal. That's a goal. That's a goal. He's offside on the first ball, but he's not interfering with play. The second ball, the ball goes backwards. No chance. That's a goal. That's a goal. He's on. Ronaldo's offside from the first pass to Jota, but he's not interfering with play, so that's not offside. And then the pass from Jota, he's onside, so that's a goal. It's 1-0. That's been cleared up. People get confused now. You almost double guess yourselves. But Ronaldo, and I tell you what, that is the goldometer in the mud. I was 80% sure Germany would score the first goal, and then Portugal go and get a goal on the break, and on the break it was. And Bernardo Silva and Jota combining really well, because they were pants in the first game against Hungary. So Ronaldo's up to 3 goals. 3 goals, and he's barely played a game and a bit. Germany will be proper pissed off with that, though. They started off really well, and they find themselves 1-0 down here on the break in the first 15 minutes. And it's that man, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's still doing it. He's still doing it on the biggest stage. 3 goals already. He's looking at that golden boot. And Portugal may be set up perfectly. Sit down, Ronaldo, says Roasted Turkey. Germany started off really well, though. I do feel sympathetic towards them, but I do want Portugal to win because they've got Bruno. Not deserved at all, says Fia. On the break, fire, says Chemo. Calm down, it was a tap-in, says Paul. They all count. But the ball was Bernardo Silva and Jota. Brilliant play by those two. Man City to Liverpool to Ronaldo. But both those two players were so bad against Hungary. They needed to improve. Mark, you excited about Rafa coming on later? Yeah, he got 3 assists last time and he was shite. Avesh. But it was a superb counter-attack. If you like counter-attacking football, it was absolutely superb, as Arav just said there. Maybe Bruno can play a bit deeper for us if ever needed. He does for Portugal. Good shot there again from Germany. Was it Guzens there? Looks a bit like Podolski. Nice left foot shot, actually. Doesn't do a lot wrong. Ollie sat at home. Kadaki, leave me alone. I'm trying to enjoy a Saturday at home with the kids. You've already been ringing me up about the Hungary game. Kadaki, we're never off duty. Kadaki. Did you see the goal from Portugal? I know Jota plays for Liverpool and Silva he plays for Man City. But did you see Ronaldo? He's available, Kadaki. On the break, I can see him scoring 5 goals like that next season in a red shirt. Oh, there's an injury here for a Portuguese player. He's got a kick to the ankle there, I think, Ruben Diaz. I think he'll be all right. Lovely ball by Bernardo Silva, though, this. Watch this back. I do like the Portuguese shirt. I think the gold, green and red works really well. It says to me Portugal. The red with the gold on the back and the green shorts. It's talking summer. It's talking Portugal. It's June. It's a stroll down Lisbon in the harbour. It's saying I'm confident. I'm a man about the town. I'm playing for Portugal. Neuer quick there. Jim White, Sky Sports News. Portugal on the break. Germany in the mud. They can't believe it. I've gone a bit Irish there, Jim. You've got sure you've gone a bit Irish there, Jim. I know. Sure, I'd be Jim's brother there. I'd be John O'Shea, Sky Sports News, John O'Shea. Like the Guinness. But a fantastic goal by Ronaldo. You can't be knocking the guy. I had a bet on Ronaldo to win Golden Boot before competition started at 11-1. Checked it after last game. It did not go through on Sky Bet. I'm gutted. Oh, Fred the Red. That is bad news, Fred the Red. That is bad news. Live match, please. MD, you are so stuck in 2015. I find it hilarious, actually. Because when we were the first people to do watch-alongs, really. And you used to do a watch-along and people didn't really understand the concept of a watch-along. So you used to get a lot of people saying, are you going to show the live match? Nobody ever asks about that now. You're so 2005 if you're asking that. Calm the game down now, Portugal, says Advath. I mean, Portugal will do that. I mean, in the context of the game, this may not be a good thing because Portugal love to defend and counter, don't they? So Germany have now... The best team to score first would have been Germany for the game. But doesn't mean it will be a bad game, but Ronaldo's away again. He will love to play against Hummels because Hummels is slow. Oh, little flick. Bruno. Lovely ball. They are finding space on the break. Jota shoots. That'll go for a corner. No, it won't. He's kept it in for a throw. Neuer, quick off his line. Sam Potts says, let's get to 11k. Over 10,000 watching. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you look at Ronaldo there. He's made Rudiger look a mug. He's mugged Rudiger off there, Ronaldo. Watch this. They've shown it 3 times already. Little flick. He's took the piss out of him there. No look flick from Ronaldo. Sit down, Firmino. Oh, it should be 2. Should have been 2. Ruben Diaz on the back post. Heads it across. You think someone's going to tap it in. And there isn't. Yeah, the no-look flick from Ronaldo. He's just pimped up the no-look pass. Pure filth. Fantastic. Bruno has been very quiet, Michael. You're right. He has been very quiet. That's not a pass. That's a flick. The ball's in the air. Learn your footballing terms. You don't pass the ball when it's in the air. It's a volley or a flick. Well, actually, you can pass the ball when it's in the air because you could just do like a 40-yard smack it, you know. But that was a flick. That was. 22 minutes gone. It's flown by. That's a throw-in, ref. Throw-in. I love Ronaldo. I've always loved Ronaldo. Ronaldo has 11 goals against Neuer despite never playing in the Bundesliga, says Mohammed. That is a really interesting stat. So therefore, he's done it in the Champions League and Champions League and international football, I presume. I mean, at the end of the day, it is definitely a what you call it, isn't it? It's a tap in. Oh, corner here for Germany. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. You're very welcome. Corner to Germany. Hopefully they'll score. We'll get a good game. I don't think this is going to end 1-0 anyway. But Germany's problem is they haven't got a Ronaldo. Not many teams have. Lovely, delightful cross by Gnabry. And you just look at that and you go, if they had a number 9, maybe you'd get on the end of it. Germany don't have a number 9. Spain don't have a number 9. You're therefore at a massive disadvantage when you haven't got a goal scorer. Sane will be on the bench, I think. Sudeep, let me have a look. Yeah, he's on the bench. Sane's on the bench. Werner's on the bench. They've got depth, Germany, but what they're doing now? Having a drink. Is it hot in Germany then? It's in Munich, isn't it? I can tell you now, the weather in Munich it's 31 degrees. It's crap in England. You know what? Do you want to know what the weather is? It's 31 degrees in Munich, right? Do you want me to tell you what it is where I am? This will depress you. 17 degrees and cloudy. And it's going to rain tomorrow and on Monday. Absolutely shit. But basically in this country, you have 2 days of hot weather and that's your summer gone. They're having a drink break here. Look at that shirt. Gold number 7 on the back. Cristiano Ronaldo. Life must be good, Cristiano. There they are, the front four. Ronaldo, Jota, Bruno, Silva. Portugal's going to park the bus, says top 10. So the drinks break's over. They're back, up and running. Did I like Michael Ballack? I didn't really pay much attention to him, really. I mean, I really like Schweinsteiger, so I can't. It's not through ignorance of German football. I loved Schweinsteiger, but Ballack, I suppose I didn't really take to him because I loved Schweinsteiger. So lovely play, Ronaldo into Danilo. He gets the foul as well for the shoulder barge from Havertz. English weather is crap, Dylan. Yeah, it is. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I don't know what we're on for subscribers, but I'll give you a shout. So there's a free kick here for Portugal to put a cross in. We're getting close to 434, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Get involved with the channel. We're doing all the Euros watch-alongs. We've got the Spain one coming up at 8 o'clock as well. Tomorrow, obviously, is the Italy and Wales game. We're keeping an eye on the other game between Switzerland and Turkey. Both those clubs have... Well, Switzerland, if they beat Turkey, will go through with 4 points. They could finish above Wales. Headed over there by Jota from the free kick. It'll get interesting from tomorrow, won't it? Because we'll start... You're almost at a bit of a disadvantage. You're better off playing on Wednesday because although... I was thinking this the other day. So basically, they make everybody kick off at the same time for the third game. So in this group, Portugal will play France and Germany will play Hungary and they will kick off at the same time. And the reason they do that is because, you don't know what the other result is, so you can't manipulate another result. But then it's contradictory because there's 4 third place teams going through. So effectively, if you're Switzerland tomorrow or Turkey, if Turkey win tomorrow, they get 3 points. But if they were playing on Wednesday and everyone else had already played, they might know they need to score 3 goals and get goal difference to go into through third place. So you're at a bit of a disadvantage if you're playing in the first games for third place because you don't really know what you've got to do to get third place. You might need to score 4 goals instead of 3. I hope Spain don't pick Morata tonight. I think Merino is much better. I know his build-up play might not be that great, but he's a much better striker. You need to score goals. Jonathan Barara says that Havertz is crap. I know he scored a goal in the Champions League final, but he's still a flop. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with Havertz next season. It's a second season thing, isn't it? Van der Beek's in that position as well. Werner will be in that position. Foul on Tony Kroos there. Headed away. Well, Fabinho started off badly at Liverpool, didn't he? And then became one of the best CDMs in the world. So another player's gone down injured here. Ruben Diaz again, trying to say that Gnabry left something in. I don't think he did. Pepe's always been a bit of a diver. Gnabry, Ruben Diaz. No. There's nothing in that at all. Nothing in that at all. Goldometer. Good point, Sanjay. I would say next goal, Germany. But I was wrong last time. I'm losing confidence in my goldometer. You know, what I'm about to say might be quite controversial, but I actually think, even though they lost to France and they're losing to Portugal, I think Germany have played the best football in this group. Am I wrong? You're going to say I'm wrong, but I think Germany have actually played some of the best football in this group. They've not had the rub of the green and they haven't got a number 9. But I thought they played good football against France, and I think they've played really well in the first half an hour, but they're 1-0 down in both games. It's a funny old game, football. Pepe's down injured now. But this is why you need a number 9. Imagine if Ronaldo was playing for Germany. They've got no striker. Shiram says they've still not replaced Miroslav Klose. Oscar says it'll be a shame if they go out. I think Germany will go through even if they lose this game. I think 3 points. As long as they don't... I mean, they'll have only... As I said, they'll have lost both games 1-0 if they lose this. Because I don't... Well, you never know. Portugal could score again. But they could be in a situation where if they were to beat Hungary by a few goals, they could still get through. There will be teams that go through in third place with 3 goals. And then I think Germany would be quite dangerous as a third place team. Sean McDonald says 3 points won't be enough. I mean, I've not really looked at the groups. Let's have a look at the groups, actually. I've always assumed that teams in third place, 3 points would be enough for some teams to go through. But looking at the groups, as the way they stand, because they've still not started up again here. So Italy's group, well, if Switzerland beat Turkey, that'll be 4 points for third place. So that won't be enough. In the Belgium-Russia group, yeah, that should be third place 3 points because Finland... Russia, yeah, I mean, Russia could beat Denmark, I suppose, but I reckon 3 points in that group will be one of the third place teams. Netherlands group, Ukraine, Netherlands, so unless they draw with each other, it could be a 3-pointer group. England's group, I don't think that will be a third. So Sweden, Slovakia, Spain. That might not be. I mean, you might be right. You might need 4 points to go through with 3 for third place. I think what will happen is there'll be third place teams. There'll be 3 third place teams on 4 points, and there'll be one. The best placed third place team will be on 3 points. You think Ronaldo can overtake Ali Diaya this Euros? Says Anaban Ray. I don't know what you're talking about. Is this the all-time goal scorer? Scotland-Croatia will be a very interesting game because Croatia can't score goals. But I think Croatia will beat Scotland. Hungary versus Germany is in Germany. So they won't have the good play by Bernardo Silva here. Nearly with the skills, but good recovery by Rudiger. Rebic is out of touch, says Himanshu. Would you take Portugal CDMs over McFred, says Salah Ahmed? Well, yeah, they're both better than McFred because they are CDMs, but I wouldn't take them because I would like better. Guzan's... Oh, it's a goal! Is he offside this time? They've got the goal they deserve. Havertz, 1-1. That, Havertz wreaks havoc. But it's Guzan's again with his left foot. And a little bit fortuitous, but not really, because he absolutely... turns in the cross. And I tell you what, the goldometer's right. And this is good for the game. This is a good goal for the game because it's only what Germany deserve. Watch Guzan's first time cross and Havertz. I tell you what, that's a fantastic finish. He gets across Ruben Diaz. Technique by Guzan's. And is it Havertz or is it an OG? Is it off Ruben Diaz or is it off Havertz? Can we get a confirmation there? I think it might go in. It might be an OG. I think it's an OG. Yeah, it looks like it's an OG. Diaz. Well, Germany will be happy with that. It's enjoyable. OG from Diaz, but they're through again. Oh, he's off. Is that what's happening here? Portugal do dive a lot, don't they? Another player gone down. We've had more stops here. Look at Pepe. Get up, mate. Nothing going on. I mean, to be fair to Pepe, that was late by Muller. He probably should have had a yellow card for that. That's the angle you want. Yeah, it looks like it goes off Ruben Diaz's foot, but here's Bruno. Been very quiet today, Bruno. Germany have been very tenacious. Germany deserve that goal, says Advath. I think they do. I think they do deserve a goal. Not sure it is an own goal, you know. Yeah, it is. It is. Definite home advantage today, says Kathy. Yeah, I mean, you've got to take that into account, haven't you? That this is being played in Germany. But also, I think the Germans felt hard done by losing to France. I think, you know, I'm not saying they didn't deserve to lose to France, but it was a close game, and I think they've had to come out today and put things right. And mentally, that they're up for it. Whereas Portugal, they know. You know, Portugal's mentality can be quite defensive, and I think they know that a point here today is a good point for them. Would you take one of the Portuguese CDMs for United? I've been asked this a million times, Winston, and the answer is a cold, hard no. They're both better than what United have got, but I want better than that. But if there's nothing else available, okay, I'll do it. But I would rather take something else. Yeah. So it's an own goal from Diaz. 8 minutes to go to half-time. Got a very good topic to discuss at half-time, by the way. I think you'll enjoy it. But Portugal have been like Portugal. They've got all this talent. You get excited about watching them, and actually they're quite a boring team to watch. Quite a pragmatic team. Good finish by Diaz, says Akshay. Oh, it's time for a stretch, I think. And it's 2. I was looking at my bloody phone. What am I doing? What an idiot. That's what happens when you're looking at your phone. You miss things. And Germany are 2-1 up. And it's interesting because Guerrero's made the mistake. He was fantastic against Hungary. This is good for the game because it forces Portugal to start playing some football. Watch this back. Rudiger. There might be an offside on the far side. I don't think it is. I think Guerrero's playing him on. Cut back. And it is an own goal again. It's 2 own goals. It could be offside. There could be some offsides here, surely. Might be offside. That pass there could be offside. That's... Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say. Leave me out of it. Leave it to VAR. They're having a look. They're having a look. Everything's going on. It's all going on here. They're having a goal check. Ronaldo doesn't look so sure. It's 2-1. It's a goal. Well, it's good for the game. But what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander. And it's Portugal from 1-0 up. They're 2-1 down. And actually, balance of play, it's the right scoreline. But it could be 3-1 here. Havertz. Oh my God, they're all over the place. They're like a pack of dolphins. They're all at sea. What's going on with Portugal? Absolute shambles. Shambles. What shambles in Portuguese? Because that's what you're seeing. They're all over the place. He's got to make some changes. Get some footballers on the pitch. Get rid of those bloody bags of cement in your midfield. Limited players. See again, it's Carvalho there. Terrible. Get on Ruben Neves. Make some changes. Bruno, Ronaldo, they're not getting on the ball. Refereeing, the use of VAR is so good in this competition so far. English FA referees should be embarrassed, as a Joshua Bowers. It is better. Because they're not showing us the bloody things, are they? They're just getting on with it. I didn't like it at the start of the tournament that we don't get to see the lines and everything. But I actually quite like how quick they are. Why can the Premier League not be that quick? Very good point. Well made, Joshua. Hey Mark, I'm trying to banter. Who are you trying to banter? I'm trying to banter my City fan friend about Diaz marking any good. He can't mark lines, says AMK. Should United be looking at Kessie? He looks like a solid midfielder and who can play DM, says Paras. I don't think Kessie really is a DM, in my opinion. I don't know what anybody else thinks. But corner for Germany here. But no, to be honest, Diaz doesn't look that good out of a City shirt, does he? Rudiger. Ooh, just over the bar. Just over the Denver. Thanks for the super chat from Paul, not nice. This will inspire Ronaldo to score a hat-trick because I've captained him in fantasy football. The trouble he's got, Paul, is that Portugal aren't creating anything. Hoping Portugal get knocked out. Bruno needs a rest, to Scott Andrews. Depay to Barcelona has been confirmed. I thought it had been confirmed this morning, actually, but there you go, if you're interested in that. Portugal could get knocked out, because if they lose to France and they lose to Germany, they'll be on 3 points. Now, third place, you might get through with 3 points, but you will have to have a good goal difference to do it. So, yeah, I'd be a little bit worried if I was Portugal, because, all right, they beat Hungary, but if they lose here and they lose to France, you've only got 3 points. That might not be great. That might not be great. Say it again. That might not be great. Nice ball into Ronaldo. Oh, lovely ball. He's all right foot though. Come on, come back. Jota. Offside. They won the last Euros, says Tony. You can still get knocked out even if you won the last Euros. It says 2 own goals. And as you can see, he wasn't offside. Well, to be fair to Guerrero, he's got to try and get something on it. Otherwise, Gnabry's got to tap in. Is it me or Portugal play a lot like United do, says Salah Ahmed? What? Defensive and hit on the break? Yeah, they do play like that. A bit like England, really. Oh, my God. Portugal's defence. This should be 3. Good save. Good block. Bloody hell. Germany are rampant here. Portugal need half-time. They're like a boxer on the ropes who's been smacked numerous times. Although they've got a bit of a break on here. They've got a 4v3. Move it quick. Pepe coming forward. Bruno wanted the pass back. Goes for a corner. Rudiger's not happy. I tell you what, there's a break for Portugal every time. But Germany look like they're going to score every time. You can't take your eyes off it. It's all going on. Corner here. 44 minutes. Can the cross come in? It does come in. It's headed away by Hummels. Well, what a fantastic first half it's been. There should be a few minutes added on here. Portugal, Portugal. Cracking game, great game. Now I've seen a right back that tucks in more than Aaron Wan-Bissaka. All goals have been from his poor defending. Awful, says Z is boss. Semedo is your man. Semedo. Maybe give Delo a game. He's adding on 3 minutes. Do you think we might get another 7-1 today, says Jonathan Arnott? And Germany don't have a good number 9, so they're just using Portugal's defenders, says Clumsy. I tell you what, that's a cracker. That's a cracker. Some clumsy blaze, it is. Anyway, it's a free kick to Portugal here. They can whip a cross in. 2.5 minutes to half time. Got a really good topic at half time as well, so we'll talk about that. This will have to be a cross. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. We're closing in on 434,000, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Hey Mark, man of the match so far. Nabry's been quality, says the Young Fan Podcast. Good point. Good point, well made. I think Nabry's just given them some fluidity and speed up front that they didn't have in the last game. I always thought Gnabry was French as well. That's another one. What player do you think plays for... I always thought Bellerin was French, and I think he's Spanish. I thought Laporte was Spanish, and it does play for Spain now, but was originally French. And Gnabry, I always thought was French as well. What's wrong with you, Seb? Yeah, I really used to think that Gnabry was French. Gnabry was given the goal. Sorry, Havertz was given the goal, the first one. So, well, obviously did get a touch on it. Lewandowski should have been German. Imagine if he had. Imagine if Lewandowski had been German. That's always an interesting topic as well, isn't it? You know, imagine if this. You know, I mean, it's a bit. It's more relevant with that one because Lewandowski, Poland is very close to Germany. Good play. Bruno can't take it down. Probably should have hit that first time. Would have been stupendous if he had. Can Hungary go through, says BK? They'll have to beat Germany. I don't think they'll beat Germany. I think Germany probably have been the most impressive team in the tournament. Sorry, not in the tournament, in this group. And here's Gnabry now. I'd run at him, Gnabry. It's a 2v2. It's Gnabry against Pepe. Have him on toast. He's had him on toast. Oh, what a save. It should have been 3. Lovely play. Gnabry's been magnificent. And it's cleared away. Pigeons on the pitch. Well, it's half time. And I tell you what, I applaud that off at half time. That's been a fantastic game of football. I can't wait for the second half. Ronaldo's proper pissed off. And he will be telling them off. He's probably the manager, really. Ronaldo is probably the manager of that team. He's done it before. He was the main guy when they won it 5 years ago. He will not be happy, Cristiano, with that. Bruno won't be happy either, but Ronaldo has more say. What a game. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Germany were losing 1-0, and I said it at the time, and look how it's come to pass. I said that Germany, for me, have been the best team in this group. They've played the best football. I thought they were a bit unlucky against France. And today, they've been way better than Portugal, but they've turned it around. They're 2-1 up, and they deserve to be 2-1 up. So, well done to them. And we have a fantastic second half in place coming soon. But what would I do if I was Portugal? I would get Ruben Neves on or Renato Sanchez. Somebody with a little bit more creativity, because Danilo and Carvalho are just too negative. I mean, they're too defensive, and Portugal are too defensive. And, you know, what I like nothing more than seeing a defensive side overrun. I don't like defensive tactics. I love it when a defensive side gets absolutely bombarded, and they have been. So I think they need to, Bruno has been awful. Ronaldo's been awful. They've just not got the ball to those players enough. So the way to do that, it's a bit like England's problem with Phillips and Rice. You know, it's not quite working. Take one of them off and bring a more creative midfielder on. That's what I would do. I can't remember saying Germany wouldn't get out of the group, because on my predictor, I'm pretty sure I had Germany playing Turkey in the quarterfinals. So I think you might be wrong there. I didn't say that. But I want to talk to you about the top 5 cams in world football. And I thought this would be a good one to do at halftime on this show, because Bruno Fernandes is playing, and for me, he would be a top 5 number 10 in the world. Obviously, people are going to argue about that now, because some football fans live their life through FIFA and therefore think that if you have a bad 45 minutes, you're suddenly the worst player in the world. And I would use Ruben Diaz as the example here. Doesn't look very good today, but has just won Player of the Year. So you will get people saying Ruben Diaz is shit. Well, he's not shit. He's the best centre-back in the Premier League. He's just having a bad game. But some people can't compute this in their head in the modern world. It's this flip-flop nature of, if you have a bad 5 minutes, you're suddenly crap. Ruben Diaz is not crap. He's the best centre-back in the Premier League at the moment until Van Dijk comes back. So Bruno is, for me, a candidate for top 5. But who are the top 5 number 10s in world football? If Germany finish second and play England, we are done, says King Will. And hey Mark, hope you're doing well. Finally got my Bruno United zebra shirt on. Now I'm sure Portugal will do well in the second half, says Hamlet Gomez. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. So who is the best top 5 number 10s in world football? Well, I think we can narrow it down, but for me, I would start off with Kevin De Bruyne. I think Kevin De Bruyne is clearly a number 10 and is clearly one of the best in the world. So I would put KDB, and I will write these down. I would put KDB, and I am going to make an early claim that Bruno Fernandes should be in there as well, because Bruno Fernandes, over the year that he's been at United, has produced ridiculous numbers. Did that at Spain as well. Sorry, not Spain, Sporting Lisbon as well. Goals and assists. That's what you want from your number 10. I think some people want from their number 10 them to do keep-ups on the halfway line, skin 4 or 5 players. But look, Bruno does score penalties, but he creates loads of goals. In fact, in the Premier League last season, he created more key chances than anybody. So for me, Bruno Fernandes is definitely in the conversation. What I would like to do is do it like we normally do it, though. We'll go by country. Is there a top 5 number 10 in the world playing in the French League? Talk to me. Because I don't think PSG really do have a fantastic number 10. They've got Neymar, they've got Mbappe, but they don't have a number 10 that makes me go, wow. And apart from that, I don't think you can be top 5 in the world if you're not at PSG, if you're in the French League. So for me, Neymar's not a number 10. Neymar's not a number 10 for me. Neymar plays off the left. He's not a number 10. So, Di Maria plays off the right. So people are trying to turn Neymar into a number 10. I don't see Neymar playing as a number 10. Every time I've seen PSG, he's off the left. He's a winger. Every time I've seen... I don't watch... Look, maybe when PSG are playing Metz or Nantes or someone like that, he plays as a number 10. But when I see him playing in the Champions League, when I see him playing for Brazil, he's off the left. So I'm not having... We've got a massive debate going on now. Some people are saying he's a winger. Some people saying he's a number 10. I wouldn't even say he's a number 10. I would say if he plays centre, I'd say he's playing as a centre forward. He's a left winger. I'm not having Neymar as a 10. No, never having Neymar as a 10. If he is a number 10, then he'd be in the top 5. But I've never put the conversation number 10 and Neymar together. Never. There's too many number 10s now. Every team's playing 4-3-3. Well, this is why it's a good thing, Pisco. Thank you very much. I think Thomas Muller, regardless of age, should be a top 5 number 10. Well, we're going to talk about Muller in a minute. England has a possible top 5 cam for some reason. He hasn't been starting in the Euros. He's a young lad named Jack Grealish, says Daniel Luciano. Well, I don't want to talk about the Premier League yet, but Jack Grealish is a left winger as well. Jack Grealish is not a number 10. So maybe this is where people are getting mixed up, because I wouldn't call Jack Grealish a number 10. I would say he's a left winger, because that's predominantly where he plays. So maybe this is what people are doing. They're turning these inverted wingers into number 10s, but not for me. A number 10 is a central midfielder who is, takes the ball off the midfielders behind them and feeds those people out wide and in front. That's what a number 10 is for me. Mason Mount played that position yesterday for England. So no, I don't think PSG have got a number 10, so I'm moving out of the French league. Let's go to the German league then. Number 10s in the German league, well, you've got Muller, obviously. Dortmund. Royce is probably the closest thing they've got to a number 10, isn't it? I don't watch a lot of Dortmund either. I only watch them in the Champions League this year. I'm happy to put Muller in the conversation. We'll see how many we end up with, but I'm happy to put Thomas Muller in there. I mean, he is the quintessential number 10. So yeah, I'm happy to put Muller in there. Definitely. Brandt, no, not for me. He's not a top 5 in the world. No. So we've done the German league, we've done the French league. Let's do the Italian league. Any good number 10s in the Italian league? I mean, traditionally, the Italian league for number 10s, I mean, realistically, Del Piero, Roberto Baggio, Signori, they've had quite a few over the years. Do they have a really quality number 10 playing in there? I mean, Christian Eriksen would be considered a number 10 for me. Bit of a cam / number 10. I'm not going to put Christian Eriksen in there, by the way. I know what happened last week was horrific and we wish him all the best, but I wouldn't put him in there. I wouldn't put Dybala in there either. You're talking top 5 in the world. I like Dybala, but way too inconsistent for me. Rebic, again, not top 5. I mean, we can come back if we're struggling, but I don't think we'll be coming back to Italy for a number 10. I can't think of anybody in the as a number 10. Locatelli's not a number 10. So no. Spain, well, for me, is Lionel Messi a number 10? We've just had this argument with Neymar, but for me, I know. What is Messi? Is he a right winger? Is he a striker? I think Messi is as close to a number 10 as you can probably make a case for somebody who's not obviously a number 10. Neymar for me is a left winger. Messi, I think Messi's really hard to pin down, which makes me think he probably is a 10, because that's the whole point of a number 10. You wander into different areas, but I think there might be a bit of an argument about whether Messi is a number 10 or not. We're going to do top 5 CDMs and everything. This is what we do at half time. So make sure you subscribe and smash a like. But I think Messi... Do we want Messi as a number 10? I think it's false 9. Messi has a heat map of a number 10. I mean, he's not an orthodox number 10. I will totally agree with you on that. Messi is not an orthodox number 10. But does he get in as a number 10? And again, it's quite interesting in the chat. And I'm a democratic man. But we've got lots of people saying yes, lots of people saying no. I think we put Messi in the equation, but we put a star next to him that we could almost have 6. If we have 6 and Messi, I think that makes it fair. So we've done the Spanish League, we've done the Italian League, we've done the German League, we've done the French League. So, I mean, realistically, we've got De Bruyne and Bruno and Muller. And now we're going to do the Premier League. Now, to me, you know what this shows? This shows that there's actually... it shows the strength of the Premier League again. We did top 5 managers in the world not too long ago. And I think we had 3 Premier League managers. And we're doing top 5 number 10s in the world, and we've already got 2 Premier League players, and we're probably going to do it again. Modric is not a number 10. Firmino is a 10. More of a false 9, isn't it? Well, no, I think Firmino basically plays the striker role, doesn't he? So number 10s in the Premier League. I mean, Mason Mount would be a consideration. Havertz would be, but no way. Not on current form. If we're talking about a whole season. We're not having Odegaard. Get lost. Pulisic, no. Who else in the Madison? No. Lingard. I mean, Lingard has played. I love Jesse Lingard. I cannot have a conversation that Jesse Lingard is considered to be one of the best number 10s in the world. If Pep got hold of Grealish, he would make him a great number 10. Ollie would waste his talent, says Chris. I think Grealish can be a number 10, but I don't really think it's fair to put him as a number 10, because people would say, well, why can't you do that with Neymar? And if you want Neymar there, you can't have Grealish there. Bernardo Silva, is he a number 10 or is he more of a winger? Really? I know what you mean. Madison is definitely a number 10, but he's not top 5 in the world, is he? You know, we're talking top 5 number 10s in the world here, by the way. James Rodriguez could have been one of them. Kevin De Bruyne. So the 4 that we've got, well, the 3 that we've got at the moment are Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno, Muller. Some people want to put Messi in there. But have we not just highlighted, actually, that there is a lot of number 10s in world football, but there's not a lot of standout top 5 ones? Foden's a left winger at the moment. I'm going to put Mason Mount in there as a consideration. But we must be missing somebody. We've got to be missing somebody. You can't just have Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno, Muller and Mount. There's got to be more number 10s in the world than that. João Felix. What about João Felix at Atletico Madrid? Good shout. Would you? Look, I haven't watched La Liga this season, so you tell me. Is João Felix a number 10? Or does Simeone not really use a number 10? Or is he more of a false 9? It's certainly opened up an interesting conversation. Griezmann. Mark, how do you keep up with the live chat? It's way too fast, but I think we're leaving Delhi, says David Nahen. Griezmann's a good shout. I don't like Griezmann, but he is a good shout. And I think Griezmann is a bit like that. Lots of wingers that drift in and play that spot, kind of. Bernardo Silva, Grealish and Messi. Not lined up there, but end up in the area. It's tricky, says Daniel Luciano. I agree. Marco Reus has been mentioned again. Marcus Llorente, says Daniel White. Gundogan's not a 10, is he? Gundogan sometimes sits next to bloody Rodri. That's not a number 10. That's a box-to-box. Stroke pivot. It's a bit, yeah.
A bit different.
Yeah. Who's your favourite number 10?
Bruno.
Bruno. Yeah, I think Bruno. Who's the best number 10 in the world? Bruno. Yeah. Yeah. The cameo of you is going to be way more popular than me, I'm afraid. Got to get used to it. There's no football on at the moment.
And did Bruno score?
Not yet. He is playing. And Ronaldo.
How are we going to score?
I'll tell you if they score.
Think.
Do you think you could score? They're coming out now, look. Oh, Renato Sanchez is coming on. That's Ronaldo. He's the best player in the world.
Yes, I think he... But will we win now?
He might do. I don't know. Who knows? He might miss it. Okay, go and play with your marbles then.
I can't, because now I'm going to play with the marbles.
Well, I'm going to play with you after. Go and ask Mummy.
Mummy won't play with me.
Well, I know Mummy won't play with me either. Anyway, let's get on with it. It's
Which one will I score?
It's the red ones have got 1 goal and the white ones have got 2, so they're winning. Got to get the timer ready.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Can I just sit here?
Get the timer on. You have to go in a minute, mate.
I know that.
Because Daddy might say something naughty, get in trouble. Let's do the timer. Go. We're off. We're off. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Say it, Seb. Subscribe if you're new.
And subscribe if you're new.
Subscribe if you're new. That's right, yeah. Bottom right hand corner. What's going to happen second half then? Hopefully we'll get some goals.
Which one is you?
I'm here. Me. Here.
No.
I'm not playing football.
No. Which one?
You're in trouble now. You've been caught.
No, I just did want to watch it a tiny bit.
You did watch a tiny bit. So, Renato Sanchez has come on for Portugal, and that is actually the right... But to be honest with you, I've got to say, he's clearly not the Portuguese Southgate, because Southgate would not do that at half-time. So, in fairness, I've got to say he's not the Portuguese Southgate, because he's made exactly the right change. He's brought Renato Sanchez on, and I think Bruno's going to play a little bit deeper, and we'll probably see Portugal attack a little bit more now, because they didn't attack much in the first half, did they? Although, he hasn't. I take that back. He is the Portuguese Southgate, because he hasn't took Carvalho or Danilo off. What has he done? Has he changed the whole formation? Has he took one of the fullbacks off? Or has he took off Bernardo Silva? He's took Bernardo Silva off, hasn't he? Would you take Son at Man United, and what position would you play him? Son, says Ikea Shirak. I would play Son off the left wing. I think, yeah. That's his best position, isn't it? He's took Bernardo Silva off. So he's not changed the formation, really. He's probably gone a little bit more defensive. Crazy. I do like Renato Sanchez. I remember when he went to Bayern, actually, and there was this thought that he was going to be one of the best players in the world. He's still relatively young, isn't he? Had a good season in France. Good cross, back post. Over Jota there. It's gone out. Badder says Son would be for the swimming team because he likes to dive a lot. Well, as I said, I think this is interesting for Portugal, because although they are have beaten Hungary, they've also put themselves in a situation whereby if they lose this game and they lose against France, they could go out because they'd only have 3 points. And whilst 3 points might get you through, I think a lot of teams are going to go in third place with 4 points. So if you're going to finish third, you're going to need good goal difference. And obviously, Portugal did get 3 goals against Hungary, but it only takes a couple of 2-0 losses and your goal difference is gone, isn't it? So it's interesting. It is interesting from that point of view. From a different point of view, it's interesting. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. It's interesting for you. It's interesting for me too. Bloody Pepperami coming up with Rio Ferdinand there. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Today this could be the greatest day of our lives. Well, the interesting thing in the second half is going to be whether Germany can just keep it up. Mark, Seb is getting big. Yellow bathing suit. Seb is getting big. Oh man, I've been on this channel for a while, says Yellow bathing suit. Yeah, I'm going for a while. Thank you for the welcome to Members Club Princeton. Thanks for the super chat there from Yellow Bathing Suits. Appreciate that. Nice little ball in. Germany still doing all the questions again. And he's there again, Guzans. And that is 3-1. And if that's not offside, it's Havertz. Does he look confident? Oh my goodness. It could be game over here. Germany 3. Portugal are all over the place defensively. It's funny because on the last stream we were talking about who's got the best defence and we mentioned Portugal. He's well onside. He's not. He's well onside. That's 3-1. I just felt the way that Havertz celebrated it was a little bit subdued, but he's well onside. That's not going to be offside. That's 3-1, people. Domination. It's an embarrassing loss. It could be 7-1, says Ugly Purple Alien. Diaz on his arse again. And it is 3-1. It's just like that. Semedo, or however you pronounce it, is the crappiest right back in the tournament. He's absolutely shit. He's out of position all the time. He really is. I'm going to put a tweet out that's going to make everyone laugh. At Mark Goldbridge, check it out. So glad Muller is back for Germany. Brings so much to the team, says Cold Dish. I'm a little bit subdued. I like Portugal for obvious reasons. Mark, I would have won $400 if Mbappe scored today. Is it true that 4 of the best third place teams go through to knockout stages? Also, it's 3 a.m. in Melbourne, says Milhouse. It is. You're very right, mate. You're very right. Mark, how has Anthony Taylor pulled off ref in this game, says Taylor J. I've got to say, Michael Oliver was very good this afternoon, and Anthony Taylor's been very good today. And the VAR decisions have been very good. I don't know what's happened to all the referees, but I actually have to say, I don't know whether they've all been given a telling off or guidance or whatever, but the refereeing in this tournament has been very good. You know, even last night with England-Scotland, I thought it was good. Overrated team, they're just a counter-attacking team, says Pisco. Yeah, I think we are starting to realise that actually the favourites for this tournament may not be the favourites for this tournament. Germany look very good. Italy look very good. France, I wouldn't sleep on France. Portugal don't look very special. I mean, they're going to have to play very well against France just to stay in the tournament on Wednesday. Ronaldo on the free kick over the bar. But the refs have let it flow, William Campbell. I think you're absolutely spot on there. That's what we have seen. Referees who've been letting the games flow. But interesting game this, because it could end up being a very embarrassing scoreline for Portugal, or they're going to have to make changes to come back into it. But I thought this coach had made the right change at half-time, you know, bringing Renato Sanchez on for Carvalho or Danilo. And what he's actually done is not do that. He's took Bernardo Silva off to bring a midfielder on. So he's actually gone slightly more defensive. You know, Renato Sanchez has clearly been brought on to help out the right-back who thinks he's playing for United. He's always out of position. So it's very, very comfortable for Germany. Tactically, their system is just way better. Way, way better. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We were closing in on a number, which I can't remember, but I will tell you now. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. We're getting close to 434,000, so we're only 200 away. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. We are doing a Spain versus Poland watch-along. We've got Craig on for that one as well, so looking forward to that. And United Stand is at 7 o'clock as well. Very busy day, but we've seen some good games. Really enjoyed Hungary-France. Really enjoyed this, and I got a funny feeling Poland are going to do something tonight, because they never do something. They never deliver. They've got Lewandowski and they never deliver. So I think they might deliver something today. But, you know, some people think not. Some people think Spain are really good. I don't. I think Spain have gone... I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're a threat. For me, Germany, France and Italy look like the teams at the moment that are the most threat in this tournament. I might be wrong. Be interesting to see what team Italy put out tomorrow against Wales, whether they go for it. Because effectively, they do have to go for it, because if Wales beat Italy, they'd be top of the group. So... I think it'll be a good game. And Switzerland-Turkey will be interesting as well. Oh, yes, it will. Nice little ball in there. Oh. I'll tell you what, they seem to bypass Bruno a lot. I know he's not having a good game, but they don't seem to pass him the ball enough. Like Jota there should be giving that ball to Bruno. Does he do it? Does he heck? Semedo gets 2 tucked in, 3 goals from his side, says Hamoud. I know, it's crap. Would you take Son at Man United, and what position would you play him in? I've done that one, haven't I? Yeah, I did that one. I said I'd play him on the left wing. Welcome to the Members Club, King. And where is Bruno? Yeah, he's just not getting the ball, mate. He's the invisible man at the moment. He's got Harry Potter's invisibility cloak on. Mark, do England have any chance against teams like Italy, Germany, France, Portugal with Southgate as manager? Well, it doesn't help it, Princeton, but I must admit, England against Portugal, would you be worried by this Portuguese side? They don't attack. Be a very boring game, England against Portugal. But the way Germany play, the way France can play, I think it'd be tough. Thoughts on Belgium, Marky? Says Scott Worrell. Belgium look good. Belgium are just sort of doing their own thing, aren't they? They're in their own group, which is the way it works. But they're 2 wins. They look good. I think the thing with Belgium is they're just busy doing their own business, and they will come into the tournament when they get into the knockout stages and play somebody decent. So I think with Belgium, it's like watch this space, isn't it? With them, really. Bruno Fernandes playing hide and seek as usual. Mate, he's been open loads of times and they're just not playing the ball to him. So, but you know, keep going with your obsession. It's always good to see people salty. Rafa's coming on. This guy, Rafa, right? I think he was shit last week. And he's finally made the right change though. Carvalho comes off. Rafa comes on. So Rafa will go to the right. I think Bruno will go to the... Renato Sanchez will drop into the midfield. So it might help them a little bit. I thought Rafa was shit against Hungary and he ended up with 3 assists. I still thought he was shit. So what can he do? He's got to be top of the assist chart in the Euros. Ronaldo's top of the goal scoring charts though. 3 goals for him. Here's Jota. Here's Ronaldo into Jota. They need to get a goal back. Oh, Hummel's read that. He wants a penalty. Ronaldo wants a penalty. Anthony Taylor saying no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Gnabry up against Pepe. Pepe does well. Hopefully we'll see the game stretch a little bit in the last half an hour. Portugal 3-1 down. It's like being 2-0 down or 4-2 down. They're down. And Germany have been the dominant force in this game. Don't let anybody tell you any different. They deserve the lead, ladies and gentlemen. They deserve the lead. And they have it. Oh, yes. They've got it and nobody's going to take it off them. Although, it could change very, very quickly. Today this could be the greatest day of our life. I'd say it's been a much better day yesterday at the Euros though, hasn't it? Yesterday was so poor. That Sweden game was pants. The England game was the worst of the lot. I'll put my hand up as an England fan. It was bloody rubbish. But today it's lived up so far. Cross comes in again. That's 4-1. Oh my God. Oh my God. Portugal getting stuffed. This is dominant. This is a team that actually could do damage in this tournament. Really. I thought, and a lot of us said it, that Germany-France game, we said, little bit unlucky. And, well, they've not been unlucky today. It's a delightful cross. Is that Kimmich into Guzans there? What a delightful cross it is. And where's the right back again? What's the right back doing again? Portugal are not playing with the right back. Like, what are they doing? He thinks he's centre back, that Semedo. It's like watching United. They're not playing with a bloody right back. Unbelievable. All 4 goals have come because of the right back. 4-1. Portugal in the mud. Brazil revisited. Neymar's praying at home. Get another 3. United fan but supporting Germany this Euro, says Mr. Ishu. And the way Germany passes the ball around and wing-backs pushing high reminds me of Tuchel's Chelsea. Same formation too. It's the German way, EL92. Portugal are in trouble. They're in real trouble now because they've only got 3 points. Their goal difference has been wiped out because they beat Hungary 3-0, but they're losing 4-1. And they've got France in their last game. That game's massive. Portugal against France is going to be a huge game. Some people thought it'd be a bit crap because they'd both be through. Massive game. Portugal too defensive and their defence is poor. Not a good mix. Not a good mix. Jim White, Sky Sports, not a good mix. Portugal's defence, Mark, fucking shite. And that's what we've seen, it's shite. I could do a better job. Yellow tie, crunching up cornflakes, Audi driver, EastEnders fan. Favourite pop group, Little Mix. Well, Ronaldo will feel funny now doing that that flick on Rudiger because it's not gone his way, is it? It hasn't. It really hasn't, Mark. It's really gone wrong. It's been. Let's be honest. It's been a shit show. Let's call a spade a spade. It's been absolutely crap. It's been absolutely rubbish, Mark. I didn't think I'd see anything worse than Gareth Southgate's England last night. But that's absolutely rubbish. It was like Ronan Keating auditioning for Take That. Absolutely crap. Get out, Ronan. If that's dancing, I'd rather not get up. Anyway, it is 4-1 to Germany. I said this game would be brilliant. I didn't really think it would be brilliant in this way. I didn't really think we would see this sort of a performance. And Germany have been fantastic. And now Germany, for me, maybe not for you, but Germany for me now move into the echelon of Italy, where they've been absolutely fantastic. And they've been really good. And, you know, they always say that. I don't know who they are, but they always say that going into tournament football, don't sleep on the Germans. And you know what? I'm not saying anybody has slept on the Germans because I think we've learnt that lesson before. But don't sleep on the Germans. Where was Rafa Silva doing there? Let his man go there, says Salah Ahmed. Bruno off. Bruno off. Martinho on. They've lost. They've just lost this game. That hurts. 25 minutes to go. You need a goal, and he takes Bruno off. This manager's shit. I don't care who you are. If you need a goal, you don't take Bruno off. And he's got nothing. He's got no reason. It's nothing to do with why Portugal's been crap either. I want all United players out of Euros ASAP. Look at Bruno, dead out there. Our players need a break as we've had a hard season ahead with Ollie in charge as the real G. Harry Maguire's better than Ruben Diaz, says James Earl Jones. I think this could get worse for Ronaldo and co now. I think now Bruno's off. I don't see where the creativity's coming from. Where's João Felix then? What's happened to him? How long is he going to be out for? He was on the bench for the last game, so what's going on with João Felix? Somebody talk to me. Somebody tell me what's going on. What's going on with João Felix? What are you having for tea, everybody? Because I'll tell you what Germany are having. Portugal on toast. Last ketchup. They're absolutely thrashing. Why did Germany... I mean, the thing about Germany is they win things, then they're crap, then they win things. And when they do win things, they absolutely batter everybody. They're ripping they're ripping Portugal apart. Get Delo on. Delo can't be any worse than this Semedo or Semedo, or I can't pronounce his name. He's injured. But I don't know what. Somebody's having a McDonald's, someone's having fajitas. I like chicken fajitas. They're lovely. They're lovely. You can't bring on João Felix, Owen, because he's not on the bench. But I don't know how long he's injured for. No wonder Wolves have been crap this season. That Semedo is crap. He's rubbish. He's absolutely rubbish. He's a prat. And he's crap. We're 150 subscribers away from 434,000. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Ronaldo! Goal! Goal. 4-2. Jota. It's an assist for Ronaldo. Manuel Neuer says, what's going on? The comeback begins. I think Ronaldo's pissed off because this was going in anyway. Watch this back. Onside. Yep. Cross comes in. Ronaldo. Yeah, Jota to bang it in. I think Rudiger might have stopped it if not. I bet Ronaldo's like, leave it. It's going in. It's going in. Yeah. Jota had to bang that in because if he didn't, Rudiger was going to stop it. Lovely by Ronaldo though, wasn't it? What technique. Yeah, he had to. Jota had to knock that in. Assist for Ronaldo. So if you got him in your... what a game. What a game. Jim White, Sky Sports. What a game. I've gone a bit Scottish. I am Scottish. It's just the wrong Scottish. I'm not. I am. It's more Sean Connery. Speech impediment. Sean Connery. The name's Bond. The name's Bond. James Bond. Hello, Alan. The name's Roger Moore. That's not offside. What are they looking at it for? That's not offside. Why are they looking at this? Have I missed something? Semedo. It's a goal. I don't know what... See, I knew that was a goal. I don't know why people are telling me it's not a goal. What a game. Portugal should bring on Timo to keep the score down, says Gary Turner. Yeah, it would have been 0-0. It's magnificent. We've still got 20 minutes to go and we've had 6 goals. Look, you know what? You know what, people? Sometimes you've got to applaud the sport you love. Applaud the sport you love. Like, how many times do you see Liverpool United and it's a crappy 1-1 draw? How many times do you see Brazil play Argentina and it's a crap game? Or, you know, England, Scotland. Oh, the big game. Can't wait. Let's build it up. Let's play clips from 20 years ago. Portugal, Germany, for me, was one of the picks of the whole group stage. We've had 6 goals in 70 minutes. Applaud it. Appreciate it. Because so many big games don't deliver. And this game has delivered. Yeah, there's been mistakes. But also there's been some really good play. And you know what? Ronaldo's playing in a shit team. He's got a goal and an assist. And Portugal do not deserve anything out of this. But they do need goals. Bruno's form since the turn of the year is cause for concern, says Ben Anderson. I didn't particularly think was good for United in the last 2 months. Let's have a chat about that on United Stand at 7 o'clock. Good point. Well made. The day this could be the greatest day of our lives. We come a long way, but we're not too sure where we've been. We've had success. Anyway, it's a drinks break. But remember this. Sky Sports, Jim White. 4-2, Germany. Jim White. 4-2, Germany, Portugal. Absolutely fantastic. I'm not Gary Barlow. I'm Jim White. Sky Sports. Yellow tie. Crunchy Nut Cornflakes, EastEnders fan, Little Mix in me Aldi, Jim White. What's for T-Mark? Wagamama. Wagamama for me. The drink break is back because it's hot there. It's not hot here, but it's hot. We come a long way, but we're not too sure where we've been. Do. We've had success. Well, we'll get more goals here. Don't you worry about that. I ain't worried about it. Are you worried about it? I ain't worried about it. What does he look like? He's having a right laugh. I tell you what, I'd love a drink with him. You know, if you're watching the telly, he'd be a right laugh down the pub. He'd be a right old laugh. He'd be a right old geezer. It's pronounced Semedo. I tell you what, it's not pronounced Semedo. It's not pronounced Semedo. It's not pronounced Semido. It's pronounced I'm a shit right back. Should we just call him that? Because he's awful. Absolutely awful. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. Germany are whizzing through their subs. Not only is Joachim Low a very good coach, but he also uses his bench very, very efficiently. Imagine if this ended up 4-4 all. I'm just hoping it does. We're 100 subscribers away from 434,000, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Of course, you're all very welcome on here. That's Football is for everybody. It doesn't matter who you support. Real Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, PSG, Chelsea, Liverpool, even Arsenal fans can come on. So bottom right hand corner to subscribe, get involved with the chat. We've got the 8 o'clock show coming up as well, which is the Spain-Poland game. Tomorrow it's a 5 o'clock kickoff. Ronaldo is a legend, Sebastian says. Oh yes, Sebastian Bodry, you're talking facts. Him and Messi are legendary players. This game will never forget. Magnificent players. Magnificent players. You know? Man of the match. Havertz has played well. Kimmich has played well. I think to be honest with you, if it's one of those games where if you're the manager, you're saying to your players, you know what? You've been fantastic today. Goldometer, probably Portugal, 60%. Germany could get another one on the break. I think there'll be another goal. But I think Havertz has played very well. How are you, future? Says Brent Souza. Brend. I don't know what you're on about, mate. I suppose the joke, if you get it, that's great. That's the main thing. Where does Fonte come from? German. Sorry, Portuguese, Alman. Jose Fonte used to play centre-back. He might even be still in the squad. I'll tell you what, with Renato Sanchez, you can see he's got that sort of... I know his hair's very similar, but he has got those sort of Edgar Davids... If anyone's old enough to remember Edgar Davids. And it's not... The funny thing is, it's not just because they got similar hair. He actually does move across the ground like Edgar Davids used to do it. I do think with Renato Sanchez, there's a player there that really could, you know, go up another level. He's had a weird career, Renato Sanchez, because he broke onto the scene very young. But he's still only 23. 23, just won the league at Lille. I wouldn't be surprised with Renato Sanchez if there's a renaissance, you know, because he went to Bayern very young. It didn't work out. There was questions about his attitude. I remember United being linked to Renato Sanchez, actually. I really wanted us to get him and we didn't get him. But at 23, considering like Bruno's 25, I think that Renato, I mean, perfect genie replacement, says Ash. Is he not a breakout player for this tournament potentially? I think Renato Sanchez is a fantastic talent, and at 23 he could still go and play for Juventus or, you know, a Liverpool or someone like that. He's not a holding midfielder, so he can't come to United, thank you. Where's the right back again? He's in a 2v1 all the time. He's got no idea. I think Pepe just bullies him and says, "Do my job as well. I'm too old. I'm just here for the pictures." Nice ball. Here we go. Welcome to the Members Club, Nadia. United could do with an Edgar Davids now, says United Forever. United could do with a few things. Could do with a David Batty, who actually was quite a good CDM. Mark, what's the obsession with double pivots? They seem not to work, but these modern managers persist with them, says Marky. Well, I don't think Man City have got a double pivot. I think they have a holding player in a Rodri or Fernandinho, and then they have sort of two box-to-box players in De Bruyne and Gundogan. But some people would say, well, now it's a pivot, but it's the players that you have in that. played Renato Sanchez there. Good ball as well. Move it quicker. Come on, Danilo. Too many touches. Good run. Good burst of speed. He's given up. Poor by Jota. I mean, Jota's had an interesting game. He's had an assist and a goal himself. Interesting, isn't it? Ronaldo's got a goal and an assist. Jota's got a goal and an assist, but not enough creativity. They're missing Cancelo, Mark. Yeah, you're going to miss a player like Cancelo. They've definitely missed him today. You're absolutely spot on. Everyone who's saying that they've missed Cancelo, absolutely spot on. Yeah, there is a Spain watch-along, and I'm live on the United Stand at 7. We're talking... Oh, lovely... Oh, come on. Ronaldo was in there. He's got to book him. Yellow card. Jim White, yellow tie, yellow card for Gunter. Ginter. I thought it was Chris Gunter. He used to play for Wales. Yellow card. Jim White, yellow card. In my opinion, Man City play with a regista, says Geordie T. I'd fancy Goretzka at United along with Sionku and Sancho out United transfer window, says Vin Barra. That midfield pivot is the Portuguese McFred, says Marky. Mark, the ref is younger than Pepe. Vicious. Scrappy Doo. Let me at him. Let me at him. That was England last night. Scrappy Doo FC. Scooby Doo was Scotland. I can't criticise Scotland. I can't criticise Scotland. The way they approach the game. All right, they've got limited players, but they played at their... I think Scotland played to their limit. And England didn't play anywhere near it. A bit like France and Hungary today. I think Hungary played to their limit and France didn't. And that's what happens. Adgar Davids, in the 2 seasons he played for Spurs, was fantastic. A diamond playing amongst marbles, says IKEA Shurak supports clubs. I forgot he played for Spurs, actually. Renato Sanchez! Oh, he's hit the bloody post. What a hit. Did that hit the post? Or did it hit a player? That would have been a cracking goal. Imagine if that had gone in. Would have set up a great last 10 minutes. Thunderbolt, says Amantiol. Yeah, why are people still talking about Bruno? This is what I mean. The Bruno thing really doesn't bother me because I like Bruno. He plays for my club and he'll play for my club next year and I'm content. But he's got took off 15 minutes ago and there's still people in the chat going on about Bruno. Like, you know what? Too much hate will kill you. Like, you're the only one... You're obsessed. That's what an obsession is. I'm very happy with Bruno Fernandes at my club. He didn't play well today. He's been took off. It happens. I'm just enjoying the game. But people are going on and on about him. It's a weird obsession how people get about certain players. I can't show you the match now. Didn't get the rights. BBC and ITV offered millions. I offered... a signed Mark Goldbridge photo. They didn't go for it. UEFA didn't go for it. Sophisticated Pig says, breaking news, more goals in this match. Jim White, Sky Sports, breaking news. Jim White, more goals in this match. They haven't showed the Renato Sanchez shot yet. Back. Still 10 minutes to go. Still 10 minutes to go. Prince says Semedola makes Wan-Bissaka look like a right-footed Roberto Carlos. Where is Diaz? Well, this is the thing, you know. Yeah, I'm more than willing to accept that Bruno Fernandes played crap today, but what we're not going to talk about Ruben Diaz, the player of the year in the Premier League. More like the Portuguese Phil Jones. Has he got pink boots on? Because I tell you what, I think that I don't think that's actually Ruben Diaz playing. I think it's a lookalike. I think what's happened today is Ruben Diaz has double booked. His best mate's getting married. He's had a word with the coach and said, look, I can't miss this wedding. And the coach has said, don't worry, we'll get a good lookalike in. Because that ain't Ruben Diaz from the Prem, is it? But look, he's still a fantastic player. He's had a bad day. He's got yellow boots on. To be honest with you, though, I think what do people think about Pepe? Because I think he's such. All his career, I felt that Pepe was a dodgy centre back, but he can't be a dodgy centre back because he's had an amazing career. I mean, he played for bloody Real Madrid. Player ratings, says Jermaine Johnson. I'm not doing player ratings, Jermaine, but you can give Bruno a 3 if you want. Whatever makes you happy. I only do it for England or games I care about. Yeah, like Tony says, he's playing with a 45-year-old Pepe. I think that's the problem. That was a lovely hit by Sanchez. I mean, to be fair, it's not a goal. It's a miss. And it's hit the outside of the post, so it needed to be another foot the other way to go in. But it's a delightful hit. He's done well, Ruben. He's done well, Renato Sanchez, since he came on. Rafa. Well done, Rafa. Go on, then. Matinho. Renato Sanchez. They've been a lot better. I mean, Germany have sat back, haven't they, to be fair? They're not going for goals now. What is Danilo doing? Danilo and Carvalho are the problem. It's a 3v2 here. He's been crap, Danilo. Oh, what a shot. Was that Goretzka? Yeah. Could have been 5. Sky Sports, Jim White, could have been 5. Fantastic football, though. Really good. Jim White, Sky Sports. Jota comes off for Andre Silva. Very good goal scorer, Andre Silva, but I don't know how many chances he's going to get in this game now. Still got 10 to go. Jim White, Sky Sports. If I hear the word Jim White again, I'm gonna cry. I've said it way too much. Double stream, you see. Please subscribe, by the way. We're only 50 away from 34,000. That would be fantastic. Absolutely incredible it would be. So yeah, Poland against Spain tonight. That group is the one that's got Sweden and Slovakia in it. So if Spain were to win, they could potentially go top of the group. If they were to lose, they'd be in the shit. They would be in the shit. So they've got to win, Spain. And many people expect them to win. I've got a sneaky feeling tonight. I don't know what everyone else is thinking. I've got a sneaky feeling tonight that Poland might get something. Although it is being played in Spain, so effectively it's a home game. And I think that these Euros have shown something. That they're not really the Euros, are they? I mean, they are. It's the new Euros. But they are a little bit advantageous for those teams who get to play loads of games at home. I mean, Germany effectively are playing at home today. So, you know, I've got to open my eyes to that and say that, yeah, you do almost need to take that into account. Close finished foul there. Today this could be the greatest day of our lives. I'm starving. I'm getting hungry now. Getting hungry. They all love me. They all love me. Them girls, the girls, they all love me. I can see it coming. I think I know what it is. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be enough time for Portugal here. Rafa's looked a lot better tonight. I've got to be fair to Rafa. He's looked a lot better. I mean, I'm surprised Bernardo Silva got took off at half time as well. I think this Portuguese coach he's a little bit shit. I'm just gonna leave it out there, but I think he's a little bit shit. If you leave me now, you take away the greatest part of me. Ooh, oh, the O on the 2020 is bugging me. Mark, I appreciate what you do. I've learned a lot, says Jermaine Johnson. I think you're taking the piss, Jermaine, but thank you. Yeah, Udit says you can take into account home advantage unless you're England. Yeah, England. Yeah, that's a nice hit by Goretzka. It hit the bar. Ronaldo, he'll be there thinking, I've got 3 goals in 2 games and probably only going to be playing 3 games in this tournament because I think France are going to wipe the floor with Portugal, and therefore Portugal will probably go out. Because if France win, they top the group, and if Germany win, they'll have 6 points. So the game between France and Portugal on Wednesday is basically it's a knockout game, really. Forget João Felix. The real question is, where is Beppe? Says Vin Barar. Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody know what's going on with João Felix and whether he might be back for the next game? We're 10 subscribers away from 434,000, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I'm live on the United Stand in 15 minutes. Yes, I am. You're right. Join for that. Latest on Sancho, update on Pogba. Lots to get into on that one. Looking forward to it. Serge Gnabry comes off for Leroy Sané. Depth in quality. Depth in quality. Tomorrow, we've got Spain against Poland at 8 o'clock. And then tomorrow, there are 2 games, but they kick off at the same time. So, tune in for that one. It's a 5 o'clock kickoff. So a bit of a weird day tomorrow, because then after that we're back to like 4 games a day, which will be 5 and 8 o'clock. So yeah, lots to get involved in. Here's Semedo. He's had a crap game and he's put in a crap cross. Cliff, actually, we're talking about Pogba as the opening start to the show, and we'll also have a little bit of a chat about Bruno as well. The Invisible Man today. Hey, Mark, my sister's having a baby. I'm going to be a dad. It says football knowledge. Oh, God. Come on. Come on. Renato Sanchez. Can he whip a cross in? It's not a bad cross. And there's another corner. Is Donny van der Beek on the transfer list? I don't know. Terrible, terrible ball into the box there by Guerrero. He was so impressive against Hungary. He's been crap today. The left back for Portugal. I mean, defensively, if you concede 4 goals, you've not had a good game. But they've been all crap. The whole back 4 for Portugal has been the problem. It's all right shaking off Bernardo Silva and Bruno and everybody else who's Jota as well. You can take those players off, but ultimately, Portugal's big problem from minute 1 was defensively. They've been exploited. I mean, they've still got a +1 goal difference. That's not going to be enough. They've got to get something out of France. I think they will park the bus against France and try and get a point. Because remember, a point will put Portugal through 4 points. If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, oh, baby, please. Think about the French attack against this Portuguese defence, says Vera. Exactly. Oh, Ronaldo's just tricked himself and put it out for a goal kick. Frustrating day for Cristiano. I don't think Portugal will have expected this today. I don't think they would have expected to be overrun and outclassed and, comprehensively beaten as well. I feel sorry for the Germany players that come off as they have to shake the manager's hand, and we all know where that's been. Scratch and sniff, says Ewan Brody. I wouldn't. I'd say COVID. Not doing it. Stinky hands. As Bayern fan would love us to go in for Donny if Ollie keeps treating him like this. The Invisible Man, says Cold Dish. Van der Beek could be a good signing for a lot of teams. He would. Four minutes added on. Bloody hell. 4 minutes to get 2 goals, says Luca. My name is Luca. I live on the second floor. Slip him in. Sane made the run. Here we go. Down the left-hand side again. Why not have a number 5? Sane. Good tackle. They're still going. And that's a goal kick. Yeah, Will Green says, Donny's a good signing for United. You just don't use him. Tell me about it. People are more obsessed with Bruno's performance over the Premier League Player of the Year, considering 40 goals. Oh, yeah, I've seen all the Bruno versus Diaz chat. I mean, as you know, I'm a little bit more highbrow than that. There's probably channels for that sort of shit. I can't be arsed getting into that sort of irrelevant conversation, to be honest with you. Look, Diaz didn't play well. Bruno didn't play well. I'm sure Man City fans are very happy having Diaz. I'm sure Man United fans like me are very happy having Bruno. Bad performances happen. I'm more interested in the Euros and the fact that, to me, I think Germany are there with Italy now. I think they're a real threat. I think, they're the 2 most impressive teams I've seen. And I think with Germany, it's interesting because, yeah, they lost to France. But if you watch that game, they actually played well. I thought Germany did play well against France. France are a very good side. And France, look, I'm not taking that away. France deserved to win the game. They had a couple of chances. But I thought Germany played very, very well as a sort of underdog in many ways. But today, they've played dominant, experienced. I don't think Germany... I think some people want to, cast Germany as like as a Spain, a former good club, but I don't see that. Here's Ronaldo, slips it in. Andre Silva, good block. Manuel Neuer doesn't even go for a corner. So I mean, look, I'm not sleeping on Belgium, by the way. We know Belgium have done very, very well. I just don't know about Belgium. Would Belgium beat Germany? I think it'd be a good game. Would Belgium beat Italy? I think it'd be a good game. Do you think Chelsea will dominate the Prem now? No. I think Man City might have something to say about that. Goal kick here. I think Anthony Taylor's going to blow up anyway. Thanks everyone who's tuned in, by the way. We have set up the stream for the Spain game, which I think I might have got it wrong, but I think it starts at 7:30. Yeah, that's perfect. That's set up. So join us again for Spain versus Poland. If you're into United, we're live in 7 minutes at 7 o'clock talking Manchester United, talking Paul Pogba potentially staying, the latest on Sancho, a bit about Bruno and Van der Beek as well, and all the latest United chat. So join me on United Stand. That live chat's already open, live in 7 minutes, and then back on here for Spain versus Poland. So busy day, good games, 4-2 to Germany. I put Germany into the equation as being a contender now. I don't know about you. Massive game, Portugal and France now. Portugal and France on Wednesday night is massive. I can see Portugal going out of this tournament. Really can. Don't know about you. Anyway, I'll see you on United Stand at 7, and then back on here for Spain versus Poland. Speak to you in a bit.